What a do, Jive Turgis, and welcome. That's gonna be constant. We have to switch it every time, I guess,
Yep.
until we fix it. What it is. Anyway, welcome to the Film Cave, episode number 53. It's your boy Knights.
What's up, everybody? Logan here. Became a pretty big episode yesterday. It was going to be a little slow
Yes.
until
yes,
about
it was.
yesterday. But yeah, excited to talk about what we're going to talk about today. That's for sure.
For sure. My God, why am I so fucking right every damn time? I'm like the golden child. It's this high yellow that I got going on here. But anyway, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Thank you all for stopping by, whether you're watching live and or on playback. We appreciate it either way.
Are you talking into the mic?
Is it not? It's plugged up this time.
No,
I swear.
no, it is. It is good. It is good.
Oh, okay.
You're just over it a little bit, so it's echoey.
Oh, it's echoey. Okay. How's this? Better?
Can it go up higher, like in front of your mouth?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Beautiful.
So yes, we have a lot. The easiest way, if you like the conversation we have here, if you like the show, if you just like looking at our faces, whatever the deal, the easiest way, the simplest way, the cheapest way is to hit that subscribe button down below. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple.
Just get it done.
Just do it. Right. Get her done, as Larry the cable guy would say.
What up, Ronan? What up, Brooklyn?
Ronan, yes, and happy and Merry Christmas and Kwanzaa's and all these good things. We had the holiday over the weekend. Oh God, today's Tuesday, isn't it? Jesus.
It's only Tuesday. It feels
it's only Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's insane. So I hope you all had a very safe holiday, a fun holiday. Hope you all got drunk, fat, laid, whatever else. Hope you got it all.
All right.
Right. But we got a good show for y'all tonight. So make sure you stick around. And if there's anything you feel that we missed along the show, please feel free to be vocal and let us know in the chat. And we'll make sure to cover it at the end of the show. Good, sir. I'm ready. How about you?
I'm ready. Let's get this thing going.
Let's get this thing going. So for those of you who do not know, me and Logan are a couple of what?
Fucking nerds.
Couple of fucking nerds, man. We like to talk about film any and all day. Sometimes we do. But there are instances where we want to step away from that. There's other topics we like to, get nerdy about. But sometimes film still rears her beautiful head into the conversation. Because why?
Because she is a jealous ass bitch.
Wow, we're back to violence.
Yes.
We're back to violence, guys. Got you. Because she's a jealous ass bitch. And this particular segment is called I Didn't Think What Kind of Song I Was Gonna Have, but it's out there, yeah, in the world. Yeah, out there in the world.
Oh shit. that ending just
extra.
Got it.
A little
brought
extra,
it back.
Right?
Yeah, it was not great until that end, and it just really brought the whole thing back around.
It was not great. 9 times out of 10, spoiler alert, they're not going to be great. just to let you know.
Yeah.
But this particular fashion in which we, go about out there in the world, sir, would you like to let the audience know for our newcomers what that fashion would be?
Newcomers, the fashion that we usually do this segment would be traditionary fashion.
Good and goddamn right, traditionary fashion. Yes, it is. And instead, typical traditionary fashion, good sir, do you have anything you'd like to lead us off with?
Yeah, I want to lead off by saying I'm now 5 episodes into True Detective, the first season.
That you are.
The only season I'm going to watch. And from what I've heard, the other 2 are not great. But this one, this 5th episode especially, like 4th episode was batshit crazy. At the end, this whole episode, I mean, like, which I've been sold on the show this whole time, but like this would be the one that if somebody was like teetering, they'd be like, oh God, I gotta finish this. It is suspenseful. It's thrilling. It's terrifying. I mean, in a lot of ways, and the characters are all very well sold. The acting's fantastic. So please watch True Detective season 1. It's on HBO Max. I'm excited to finish it. There are 8 episodes, so I've got 3 left. And yeah, no, it's pretty damn good. McConaughey is so fucking good, man. Like,
All right.
I wish that he was in more shit now. Like, because I'm like, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
he's in a lot of stuff, but it's like, no, he's not in enough actually. Like when was the last time he was in a movie? It's been a while. I feel like.
The Gentleman, no?
Yeah. What year was that?
That was last year, wasn't it?
Was that last year during COVID? Or was that 2019?
I'm pretty sure it was during COVID times.
Or was it like January of last year? Let's see here. The
Gentleman
was a 2019 movie.
2019. Yep.
Yeah, December 2019. So it's been a little bit. And that's not that long ago, really.
That's
but
not. Was that his last movie? I think it might have been.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good to see him because he's fucking great. And yeah, no, everybody's really good. So
You forget how great he is, to be honest with you.
no, that's exactly right. He's one of those staples that it's like you just expect. Which it is funny that he's also with Woody Harrelson, who is great, but he's not always great. AKA, Let There Be Carnage. He's pretty fucking god awful in that movie, on purpose.
Yeah, that hurt.
It's not like he's
That hurt.
trying hard. No, he's just fucking around.
Oh, he's just like, give me my check.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And I'm sure he got paid for it.
Oh yeah.
But
Handsome.
yeah, so True Detective is really good. This episode 5 is by far my favorite episode so far. The mystery going on, it's interesting because like I was like, oh, it's going here, and then all of a sudden they're like throwing new shit in. And it's like, oh wait, this is completely different than I thought. So I'm intrigued. I'm in, and yeah, this episode's fucking great. So catch up if you'd like to watch with me.
Okay, heard it. Well, y'all know True Detective. Get on your shit.
Yeah.
For me, Spider-Man has officially crossed the $1 billion mark.
Yep.
Fast as shit. So
Christmas Day, I think.
Yeah, Christmas Day. It officially, what a wonderful gift. So it officially crossed the $1 billion mark, and it is still racing off with success and breaking all these records and all this good shit. So I'm very happy. I'm very proud. And apparently Tom Holland is set to have a big-ass pay raise.
That's correct.
Which is understandable because he's officially a $1 billion man. So you gotta do it. Did the other films? All 3 of them made $1 billion, didn't they?
No, I don't think so. I don't think either of them did.
Are you sure?
Far From Home.
It could be.
Oh, maybe you're right. Far From Home did make $1 billion, 1.1.
Okay.
And then let me see Homecoming. I don't think Homecoming did, but maybe it did. No, Homecoming 880.
Okay, almost got it. Okay, well, still that's fucking great. You had 2 back-to-back billions, homie.
Which Far From Home making $1 billion. It with Iron Man and Homecoming and all the marketing and only making 880. I would say Far From Home's box office is probably based on the fact it came right after Endgame. Which,
Probably.
Made $1 billion in like 3 days or some crazy shit.
Right.
So
opening night, $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I would say so. This is like a guaranteed $1 billion. Granted, it's got 3 Spider-Men in it.
Yeah,
but yeah, fucking awesome.
Saying that from get anybody who doubted that is just on crack.
Right.
But
exactly,
like that was a sure thing. So yeah, did you see they released? Well, not released. I don't know how true it is, but there's the thing floating around with like all the deleted and alternate endings and shit.
No, I don't know.
No Way Home. Oh yeah, so there was some shit floating around about it. There's a whole list of shit. I only cared about the alternate ending.
Yeah.
And I already posted on it here. I'll pull it up and read it. Well, the ending, because it's a lot. So, alternate ending where Strange sends the trespassers, disrespectful, back to the universe without casting a new spell, and Peter's identity remains public. Peter graduates high school, but still breaks up with MJ and distances himself from her and Ned to protect them from his enemies. I don't like that as much.
I mean, I definitely, I'm not someone that like as soon as he was like, I was like, oh, he's all alone. I was like, oh, let's fucking go. Like I kind of,
Mm.
I was kind of excited to see something brand new with the Spider-Man movie that everybody knows
Right.
it's Peter Parker. Because also, guess what? It doesn't fucking matter because he has no one to kill. Like it's, I don't know. It's so it wouldn't have mattered really for me, but I think the ending we got is probably better than that because it's
Oh
more
yeah.
heartfelt. But it
Yeah.
does almost make sense
Personal.
because I would guess Andrew and Toby did not come back for any reshoots, and you know there were reshoots, and
Mm.
him saying goodbye to them two, did not seem like someone who was about to be forgotten. Like that's one of my complaints with it is he's like, go say your goodbyes, and he's like, okay, I'll go say my goodbyes, and he shows up to them, and he's like, hey guys, I love you, and like he's just like all happy, and it's like he should be sad right now, but so that almost makes sense that they might have, you know, after
Well,
filming said, hey, let's change some shit up.
that ending that we saw was Tom's ending. He was like, excuse me, no, and then he just fucking redid it, and
You
it's like, oh,
think?
we love that.
I
Yeah, they
thought
said
that
it. He
I
redid
thought
it.
that I thought he redid the third act.
The ending. He redid
Okay,
the ending.
gotcha.
That's why before when I mentioned it on the show, I was like, how the fuck is your actor outshining like your producer and all?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's knows what's
Which
better?
I mean,
I'm like, ugh, not
I wouldn't
surprised, but
necessarily say that it's that much better because, like I said, everyone that's a part of his family is dead, and you know, the only thing now
he's
is
got a cousin somewhere.
but yeah, there's no reason now for MJ to be in any line of fire for any like that's one thing I would love to see a Spider-Man movie with no damsel in distress.
Right.
That would actually
No
be
facts. That'd be great.
brand new. We have never fucking seen that. So I dare you to make it just about Peter Parker by himself. You have no Aunt May
Yes,
to
please.
save. You have no MJ. You have no Gwen. I dare you to make a good one because I do
Yeah.
think that is a massive problem with, you know, the emotional part of
All of
Spider-Man
them.
movies. Yeah, is you can't do it on your own. Because even, you know, Iron Man movies, it becomes a thing. I mean, it's all about saving Pepper. So I mean, in all of them. So it's kind of terrible when you think about it, but it is true.
Yeah. The first movie was the blow exploding bots. The second movie was the first one was Ironmonger. Second one was
Yep.
exploding bots. Third one, but she needed to get saved. Yeah, I guess she did. Even though she ended up
She
being a
died.
badass at the end.
I mean, yeah, he didn't save her ass.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna catch you. Oh.
yeah, he was fucking terrible. I won't let go. No.
Yeah, she jacked his ass.
God damn.
Right. God damn. I guess that's true. Yeah, fuck that. Because the other every Spider-Man movie, because even though the damsels were much better in this one than the Raimis, dear God, I hated MJ in the Raimis.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
and don't get me started. I mean, Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man movies is the second best thing in those movies besides Andrew Garfield. I mean, she's incredible.
Yeah,
and their chemistry's on point. So like, don't get me wrong about that, but it is a thing of, I dare you to try to make one that he has no massive emotional worry the whole time.
Yeah.
Because
that would be dope.
And I see somebody saying, you know, bring in Black Cat. Yeah, I mean, you got to. He gonna be alone.
Well, they're looking at it for Anya Taylor-Joy. That's what they're saying.
I've seen a lot of people say that forever, and she would be great, I think. But also, I don't know if she'd say yes. It depends.
I can't say anything without sounding crazy and horrible. So I guess I'm just gonna let it go. Like we're going for more acting ability. Yes, of course, absolutely, that's important. But goddamn, these busty ass beautiful characters. I just want to be busty and beautiful and amazing actresses as well. Like,
do you have somebody in mind?
No, but
I mean,
but something like we had Wonder Woman. It was like cool. We let that go. She was cool. She was great. Busty character. We didn't get busty, but she's beautiful, gorgeous. She rocked it out. Now Black Cat. Known for that shit. And it's just gonna be like, nope, sorry. But I mean, that's great.
it's not like she doesn't have any boobs though. Like if they really wanted to give her like a push up,
That's a hard push. That's
no,
a
it isn't.
very
I'm
hard
sitting here
push.
looking at her in dresses, and she looks great. She is this big around. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I would. That's one thing is, I would like someone who's a little curvy.
Right.
In all facets, but that's just because I mean, if you're going to ask me, but in terms of acting talent, that's correct. I mean, she is probably best
Right.
for the role. The only thing I will say, and this is so funny that I had been thinking this for so long, I was like, Anya Taylor-Joy's way too old. I was like, what are y'all talking about? She's 25 or something. Like she's his age. She's Tom Holland's age,
Mhm.
but she looks 33
Oh, yeah.
in all of her movies. And then somebody called out that Florence Pugh
All three of them,
and Haley Steinfeld
30,
are the
22,
same
17.
age. Yeah, are the same age as Tom Holland, and they are drastically different ages in the movies. And that is one thing is there's no chance in hell that Anya Taylor-Joy is going for Tom Holland. That's the only reason why I'm like, I don't know about that casting, because Tom Holland's not like super sexy for like, I hate to say it, but like there's a reason why they made MJ. They had to dress Zendaya way the fuck down.
Well, because here's the thing. Tom's hot. He is. But he
Sure.
will forever will
Be a
look
kid.
like he's 12.
Yeah.
Like
It's
he has
even
Ariana Grande
Chalamet-
syndrome.
Even Chalamet looks young, but in Dune, I'm like, oh, I can actually see them getting together.
Yeah.
And that's with, Zendaya looking like a badass woman
Mhm.
in that, so I don't know. It is interesting for sure, but like,
Well, I think he looks more mature these days. Like he got his little glasses and all sophisticated. He looks a little bit more mature these days. So
Yeah.
we'll see as movies progress and he gets older. But as of now, as Spider-Man, it's like, you still look young as shit.
yeah.
Yeah, and don't get me started on Uncharted, but sure.
Fuck.
But sure, yeah, I know it hurts. But
But no,
before, yeah, go ahead.
I get you though, because like I'm thinking now about like Queen's Gambit with Anya Taylor-Joy, and like she goes through all these ages, and she ends up being like a grown woman ish that's like a druggie and like smoking and all the time and stuff. And so I'm like,
Oh shit!
I don't know if I don't know how that would work, because like she did play a high schooler in New Mutants, but not she didn't look like a high schooler. She looked like, yeah, Split. She looked a little bit more, but that was years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like New Mutants, she looked like that one girl in high school that's like, God damn, why do you look 5 years older than everybody else? like you look like you're the one that's dating the guys that graduated.
Did you not get blipped, bitch? What happened?
She's that girl that was dating a senior when she was an 8th grader, and it's like, that's fucked up, y'all. Y'all don't see that? She's like, she looks old. It's like, no.
Okay, that's rough. And before anyone tries to get into, complaining in the comment section or finds this video later when hopefully I'm famous and shit, I'm not saying, just boobs and women's sexual movements and shit. Don't be sensitive. I'm just saying, why not both? But I'm here for acting as well.
As a guy who, in personal preference, I really don't care about boobs at all. I really don't care. But because to be honest, I don't see Marvel going like, oh yeah, let's give her the busty, like, because like look at Catwoman in the Batman, like she's in straight up spandex, but it's not overly sexualized. Like her cleavage isn't going everywhere.
She's perfectly petite, Zoe.
So I don't think that it has to happen at all.
No, I'm not saying it has to. I'm just being a dude.
Okay, he said Naomi Scott.
Fucking Jasmine. I'm okay. He loves Naomi Scott.
Well, everybody loves Naomi Scott, but like
a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. Fucking get Haley Atwell. There you go.
Oh, get who?
Haley Atwell. She's way too old, but I just want to see her.
She just has monstrous boobs.
Yeah, she does.
And lets them out.
And they are beautiful.
As she should. Yeah.
Yes, she should.
She is a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yes, she is. Okay, what do you got? Before we get canceled.
I was gonna say one other thing, and now I can't remember what it was. Shit.
You see, I guess all the 5 viewers we just lost were all women. Who was up 10 and they got 5 immediately.
Oh god.
Sorry, ladies.
Fuck. Yeah. Oh, I did want to kind of talk about. We're going to talk about it in a little bit, but somebody was bringing up box office, and we were talking about Spider-Man, and they were talking about Matrix not doing too well.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I bet you
Mr.
Spider-Man's
Kingpin's in the
doing pretty well.
headlines
And I think WB fucked up massively
Oh, greatly.
when it comes to almost everything with
Completely.
putting Matrix out. I mean, so yeah, I'm interested to see what the ramifications of that are. But
no more Matrix films.
Because even to the point of seeing that thing today that said, because Lana wrote it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she thought about backing out of directing, and they were going to make it anyway.
Yep.
So I mean, that's fucked
It's
up.
pretty rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's the last thing I have. That's gonna pop up. But I know I see Brooklyn and Autumn in here. We had some holiday games, going on in the IMBA, on Christmas Day. You had Golden State and the Suns. And we had the Nets and the Lakers. And both games were glorious because both my teams came out with a great W. Fucking Curry is ridiculous. That man makes no sense. Like, especially this year, he's going insane.
He gives no fucks.
Oh yeah, no, this team is just beautifully sexy. I love it. Glad we endured, tough couple of years. We did, but now we're in full effect, and Clay's not even back, and that makes me very happy. Brooklyn, I'm sorry, your boy Bron got spanked up on Christmas. I'm sorry, but I feel bad for him. Even LeBron cannot overcome the curse of Russell Westbrook. Nobody can at all, bro. And it's like you feel so bad. Like, this is his last year to win a fucking title. Like, this was it. This year, or it's just done. You pick up Westbrook, bro. Like, LeBron came back on the floor and literally depleted a whole deficit without Russell Westbrook being there. The minute he came back, that shit just said like, that's no crazy. KD, no Kyrie, nothing. Just Harden doing his thing and Mills going crazy.
Hilarious.
Right. It's insane. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just wanted to rub that, in space and whatnot, because he does it all the time to me. So now here you go. I hope you loved it. All right. Did you have anything else?
I'm good.
You're good. All right. That's going to do it. But out there in the world, like I said, if there's anything you felt like we missed, please do not hesitate to let it be known in the live chat or in playback if you're watching on YouTube after the fact. All right, good sir. So, which one shall we go into? Let's go into this one here first, since you didn't see it. I don't think you did. As we just said, a little film came out in a very, very, very popular franchise that people were excited about, but now is causing quite the diverse conversation. And that is The Matrix Resurrections. But it didn't do much resurrecting at the box office and media. None of the shit. It's people are fighting over this film, which is just very natural. You have not seen this, correct?
No.
Okay. Do you plan on seeing this?
No.
Okay. That is fair. So I did see it.
But
yes, I did see it. I saw it a few times by now, just to make sure I really firmly this is how I feel.
I'm very intrigued to hear your final thoughts now that you've seen it a few times and all that.
Yes. So I will say, out of all the Matrix films, this is my least favorite. And I will admit, going into this, the first half of The Matrix is pretty damn great storytelling wise. They went somewhere. I'm like, okay, I get it. The meta's there. We're hitting directly towards the audience, directly towards, studios and just the hitting so many just underlying messages. Got it, cool. But then the film just goes somewhere and it kind of loses its footing. Um, and that's what was upsetting. It's like, okay, you had me, the story's in, I'm intrigued, you got me, and then oh shit, where are we going? Things start to fall apart a little bit. Of course, there's tons of allegories up and down this bitch. Keanu is great. I mean, it's fucking Keanu, of course. Carrie Ann, to see them two, those two were the strongest part of the movie. It's essentially about them and Trinity. The chemistry never lost, but their story surrounding it is really good. Yahya is cool. His Morpheus is, you understand his purpose and why that Morpheus is the way that he is, which is fine. So essentially, to give it all in a nutshell to where it'll make sense for you, the reason why everyone is back is because after the onslaught of the third Matrix, the Matrix got purged. Everything. Built a whole new Matrix system, start anew. But obviously, Neo and Trinity are still somewhere lurking. Their myths, what they did. They made great impact amongst the human world and machine worlds. They're working together now. Everything's cool. Got it in gravy. There's this woman named Bugs who stumbles upon this code that looks a little familiar, which happens to be the code written for the original Matrix. Like, she comes in, like, oh, we've seen this scene. Trinity, she whoops their ass. This is great. And then shit starts going a little differently. It's like, wait, we've seen this, but that's not how it goes. So basically, they're on a mission to find out, hey, we got word, Neo's still alive. I've seen him. We got it. The Matrix is basically hiding Neo and Trinity from the world of the Matrix. Their whole look is different. So Neo and Trinity see themselves. Other people see some old fucks.
Okay, so I was wondering about that in the trailer with the mirror. Okay.
Right. So I was like, listen, the best way to keep this built and sustain it is to keep you guys close, but not too close, in order to sustain the Matrix, because, you know, the best thing to kind of build off and control is feelings, you know, versus facts on top of shit like that. So basically it's just on the road of rebuilding and finding Trinity. We wake fucking Neo up. He's like, what's going on? Need to find Trinity, this, that, and that. He's an old shell of himself. He's not the one like we know before and all that good shit. So essentially, these two together are the one. They're the Matrix, all that. The story's about them. So they rewrite everything. Gotcha. Story's not really complicated at all. It doesn't make you think too hard. It's funny that you brought up them not letting her direct, because this whole half of that movie is all about that and choices and all this shit. It's like, hey, because essentially Neo in the Matrix, they're being subdued by blue pills. So he has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And he's a game designer who literally created the Matrix. So the first 3 movies are a video game in this new Matrix world. So he's sitting at a computer desk with Trinity statues and Morpheuses and Sentinels and Agent Smiths. So they literally like, oh, hey, you created the Matrix. Hey, we're making Matrix 4. What are we going to do? What made the Matrix different and unique? What can we do? Fresh, this, that, bullet time. Oh my God. Like all that shit. They're in the meetings. Right. And he's like, listen, because he has a conversation with his boss, who ends up being the new version of Agent Smith. He's like, oh, we can find, you can, understand why our parent company, Warner Brothers, decided to make, a sequel to the original trilogy and all type of stuff like that. Like, it's extremely meta. So I'm like, okay, cool, got it. Biggest disappointment, the action is boring as fuck.
Really?
Very boring. There's no standout moment. There's no visual orgasm. There is no nothing. The fighting, because you saw the original Matrixes, they're fighting. They sit the camera wide and just let you see everything and go.
Right. Sure.
Crisp, beautiful, amazing. This is the most choppiest, cuttiest, edited up shit I've ever seen. And it's so bad. It's so bad that literally Keanu, he'll do like a few little poop, poop, poop with his hands and then force push like 5 times in the movie. That's his big thing. Force push, force push. I'm like, this is so lazy.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, it really hurt. Even the slow-mo was lazy and dumb. Visuals are cool though, like graphics and shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
CGI probably looks pretty good, I'd hope.
yeah, pretty good. The new additions are cool, like Jessica Hardwick or whatever his name, Kenwick, whatever the fuck. Colleen from Iron Fist, she's great. She's a really good
Gotcha.
stand-up, but everybody, it started off strong, ended very weak. Nothing memorable about it. The action sucked. But the music's cool, and Neo and Trinity was amazing. That they're the
Gotcha.
center forward for all of it. But you're not missing anything.
I mean, so what I'll tell you is last week, I left my boss and I was like, hey, Matrix is out. And he was like, oh shit, that's right. And he's like, it's on HBO Max. I said, yeah. He's like, okay, I'll probably watch it on that because he's like, I don't really care about it enough to go see it in theaters. And this is a guy that is a die-hard Matrix guy, like watches the trilogy at least once a year kind of thing. I mean,
right.
die-hard. And he's like, don't really care about seeing it in theaters, which is crazy. Comes back, yesterday on Monday, and he's like, yeah, I watched it. He's like, I might watch it again at some point. He's like, it's not great. He's like, I don't hate it. He's like, but it's not great. And I'm like, that's so crazy to me.
It's horrible.
That like these studios are looking at this and going like, let's make Matrix
I'm listening.
4.
Just to plug in my laptop.
Let's make Matrix 4, but let's not make sure that it's absolutely fucking incredible. Like, let's just make it. Use the name. Who cares if it's good? Let's just make some money. When in reality, if you just fucking worked that script, worked it, you could make 3 more and make triple the amount of money. And instead, you now just destroyed the Matrix as a franchise. People probably care so much less about that game that's going to come out soon. We have the demo.
That was pretty damn cool.
I still haven't even played it, but less people are going to care about that game now because this movie does not live up to the expectations. And so it's just so funny how Warner Brothers, from what I've heard, somewhat makes themselves like they get shit on a few times in the Matrix 4.
A lot.
And rightfully so, because here they are literally making themselves idiots. And like, let's just show everybody how we fucked this up. And it's really disappointing because that's so big Hollywood studio, like generic storyline, like, oh yeah, let's just have them be meta against themselves and then actually fuck it up. It's like almost too simple to sound good. And that's what we're living in.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. And like Kenya said, it's creative as hell, horrible execution.
Gotcha.
That's essentially what it is. They're definitely not going to make, because this was, I think, planned for another, like, what the fuck am I trying to say, trilogy type thing. They left it very open to do so, you can tell. But it's just not going to have the legs to do it. I don't think anybody, especially this, a lot of people are saying, oh my God, it's masterpieces, this, that, blah, 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 blah.
I know.
Sure. Yeah, that's another thing, because Kenya said Trinity gets Neo's powers at the end. Yes, so basically both of them are the one. They are the center of the Matrix.
Because it's a new Matrix. And yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole new Matrix. That's why Neo can't do all the shit he did before, because now they share it as one. So I'm like, okay, cool.
But it's a thing of like, how do you expect people to enjoy reusing the same power over and over and over again? Like, that is obviously going to make it very stale. And it seems like they were like, hey, Neo, or hey, Keanu, like, we know you do the John Wick stuff. Let's make this much easier for you. And we'll just simplify the fuck out of this. Yeah. And you can hurt yourself on the set of John Wick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm like, oh my God, this is so horrible.
Because I'll be honest, like, looking at the, the trailers and the marketing, he uses that a lot in the trailers. And I was, part of me's going, what the fuck else can he do? And from what you're telling me, that's it. And we're just going to show you all in the trailers. It's like, that's crazy.
That's literally it. He threw one kick the entire movie. and the rest he was just blocking and did like a little push, and it was like he used his arms a lot. Um,
Yeah, crazy.
but yeah, that was surprising. He actually shaved his head, which I didn't think he could because of John Wick. So that surprised the fuck out of me. I was like, oh shit, okay, contract breach. I don't fucking know. But yeah, see it if you're drunk or just want to laugh, have a good time. I don't fucking know. But I have nothing against those who think it's a masterpiece and amazing and all that. Only thing that's
Sure.
been frustrating me is that people are literally, surprise, attacking those who aren't in love with this movie because they feel like they have to. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're like, just because you just don't get it. Because this, how's it feel to be an idiot? Da, 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 da. I'm like, people can know what the fuck is going on
So
completely and still not like the movie.
here's what I saw someone say, and it made me feel sad because I knew how you thought generally, and what else I was hearing. But I saw someone say, "Hey, if you love The Last Jedi, you'll love Resurrections." And I
Wrong.
was like, "Oh, interesting. Okay." And then I hear you, talk about it, and it's like, I mean, Last Jedi really obviously for me, like there are things that I think are so stupid in that, like singular points that I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. But The Last Jedi overall is incredible in my opinion.
Yes,
Like
it
I
is.
love it, and storytelling is just top tier when it comes to Star Wars. And so I was like, okay, interesting that people are saying that, because at the same time, a lot of people despise The Last Jedi, and I'm like, how the fuck are y'all not seeing this the way I'm seeing it? So I hate to like feel that way, but it's interesting for sure that this is another one of those possibly. But from
Yeah.
what I've seen, the singular people that I've seen, what's honestly so bad is what I've really seen are influencers, that people that get to interview the cast and get to do all this stuff, and WB does shit for them.
Of
Uh,
course.
they're saying things, whatever they can say to not say this is great, but go watch it. Keep like marketing it. And I'm like, man, y'all are losing fucking credibility, because I can tell by what you're saying that you didn't love it and you don't want to lie to people, but also
Right.
you don't want WB to not give you free
To
shit.
boot your ass
And
out.
yeah, and that kind of stuff pisses me off. And that's where, I really respect the people that are like, hey, just fucking hated it. Like, would WB let me watch this early? It was fucking terrible. And it's like, God damn, man. Like,
Yeah.
if when you see somebody do that, that's a real review right there.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And like by all means, I'm not saying this movie is dog shit horrible.
no,
It's
no,
like I said, like I said, it's fine. Like I said, the first half, great, you got me, and then it just falls, it just loses me. Towards the end a little bit. Some cool elements, but I'm just like, okay.
yeah,
Um, to me, the other one's still cool. Um, yeah, Neil Patrick Harris, bullet times in the bullet time. Yes, he does. Bullet time is a huge thing in this. They use that
is
as
it?
as a new tactic in the Matrix. So the analyst played by Neil Patrick Harris is the one who's in charge of subduing Neo to keep him grounded in this Matrix world by sedating
Okay.
him with blue pills. And he's his therapist and like, oh, none of it's real. Like you modeled everything after your game, like all that good shit. And then he says at the end, when everything literally comes together, everything slows down. He's the only one moving fast. And she's like, oh, you gave me my greatest idea, bullet time, and shit like that. I'm like, okay. So yeah, it's interesting.
Jesus.
Yeah,
They
I
tried.
know.
It sounds like they tried.
They did. Kenny brought up a good point. It needed both sisters. You felt the one missing for sure.
Yeah.
And that hurts greatly
Because
as a Matrix fan.
from like I was telling my boss about it, because I was like, from what I'm hearing, like I mostly hear negative about the movie, and I don't you see the people saying masterpiece, but like they're the loudest ones, but I mostly see negative stuff. And I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
know that when they went to make this, Lana went to her sister and said, hey, I've got an idea. I just wrote this, come do this. And oh, I lost him. But let's see if he'll come back. He'll probably come back pretty quick. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know if he's alive or not. Texted him. Normally he comes right back on his other webcam if something happens. So let's see. There he is. What happened?
I don't know. It just stopped.
Okay. But I was telling him, I was like, yeah, like, so one sister went to the other and said, hey, I got an idea. I wrote this. You want to come do this? And she was like, no, I'm good. I'll leave that behind. And there's a part of me that makes me think that she read that shit and was like, that's terrible. Like, I'm not about to make that.
Or you're playing, like, oh, you're playing with fire. This is too much on the studio. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's everything. There's so many allegories, right, that are in this. So it's understandable. But yeah, she went for the WB's throat, for sure. Yeah, but sad day for Matrix fans, at least me, at least.
Yeah.
But that demo was great. I want more of that. I'll play that shit all day.
I need to see it. I need to do it.
I'll play that all day. But the movie, yeah, I'm good. Stop it at 4. We're okay.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. Let us know what you guys thought. We know what Kenya thought clearly. But let us know what you think in the live chat or play it back on YouTube. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you indifferent? Who knows? Yeah, the Mr. Smith we got was stronger than Neo in the end. I didn't get how all of a sudden he was just fucking badass like that. Like, he's always been badass, but he was whooping Neo's ass up and down.
Really?
And the analyst, creator of the new Matrix, all of that, just because he was free. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. There's a lot of gaps and plot holes and all type of shit, but for another time. Okay. So before we get into our main topic of the night, there was a little show that had its season finale. Yes, it did, or series, whichever one. No confirmation yet. We shall see. But Hawkeye debuted. It's Christmas. Was it Christmas Eve that it came out? No, I lied. It was not Christmas Eve.
No.
But Christmas week. Because Wednesday, Christmas Eve was Friday. I forgot. And it dropped. So I have to remember what happened. Oh, yes, that's right. So the big climactic finale, no Spider-Man, wasn't swinging through, Rockefeller Center. None of it. So now we're gearing up for the big fight. This shit opens beautifully with Kingpin, his glorious self. Amazing. We finally, the mom was in on it the whole time. She's dirty, working with Kingpin, trying to pay off debts, but killing motherfuckers in the process. Kate doesn't like this, obviously. And then her and Clint go up together, go to war. Which it was pretty cool. Very Die Hardy-ish, a little bit, which I like that little vibe. The LARPers come into action, in their little suits.
Yeah.
We got a suit reveal. Yeah, we got a suit reveal. We got some meta shit with an owl and a tree. Speaking of meta.
That was really out of place. That fully CG owl.
Well, yeah, but I guess they wanted to do a callback because that was literally a thing in New York where Owl was just chilling in the fucking Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center. So I guess it was during that time.
It's in the future.
Happened. Yelena, she came trying to fuck up Hawkeye. Him and her have a great moment, which I like. Maya had her eyeballs open, and we'll get to that shit at the end. And he makes it home in time for Christmas. Everybody loves it. We find out who Mama Hawkeye is. And yeah, so let's go through the episode, my friend. What did you think?
I thought it was okay. I really, to be honest, I was disappointed as a, as a Marvel show. None of their finales have like really stuck the landing like 100%. And sadly, I think this one stuck the least amount. It stayed very true to itself, where the problem is it felt like an episode in the middle of the season. It didn't feel like a finale at all, like in a lot of ways.
Very true.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was fine. I thought the action was there, got some trick arrows, things like that. But like, there are also some really dumb things going on, like him getting stuck in the tree and like he can't get down. And yeah, I saw somebody who was like, he could fight Thanos, but he can't get out of a goddamn tree. And I'm like, you're not wrong.
Yeah, that was
like
campy as
at all.
crazy ass. Yeah.
And I mean, Kingpin is cool. I like that he's more powerful.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
love that shit.
but
Comic roots.
I don't like that, you know, Charlie Cox's Daredevil is fucking incredible. And he
Mm.
really struggled to beat Kingpin. Like, and our new little Hawkeye over here just kicks his fucking ass. And
No, he doesn't. He doesn't even fight him.
our
Oh,
new
our new.
Hawkeye,
Oh, no. I wouldn't even say that. She just blew him up. I think she got her ass whooped. If it
more,
wasn't for that little.
more than Daredevil ever did. I mean,
Whoa. She had bombs, yeah. But
right. And so, I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's interesting when you have a guy that's like practiced forever to like defeat someone like that. And then he really struggles with it. And then she
Right.
takes him out. And then I don't like, I'm obviously guessing he's not dead to go to the very end.
that motherfucker better not be. Especially
But I
by her.
also really don't like the idea of making him blind because
Oh,
like that's been in the comics. I
the
think
panel
that's kind of
strip, yeah.
dumb.
Yeah, it is.
If anything, I almost more so like the idea of her pointing it at him and then just immediately going to the side and blowing his eardrum out or something
Right.
and making him like half deaf and be like, now you know how I feel for a little bit or something like that. But
Right.
he was okay. I do think, obviously, I know it was comic accurate, but I think when he was wearing that hat and shit, he looked like a fucking idiot. Just did not work for me at all. But at the end of the day, episode's fine. I was pretty disappointed. Even like my cousin who was loving the series was like, that was pretty disappointing. So I knew I at least wasn't crazy for how I was feeling. But and then to be honest, the other thing, it made sense obviously, but like in terms of storytelling, I most definitely think it should not have been Kate that went to Christmas with him. It should have been Yelena. He should have took
I think they
Yelena.
both should have.
Like
they both should have went.
he should have went to his kids and said, "Here's your other aunt, Yelena.
Yeah.
This is Nat's sister, and she's part of the family. And here's what we're doing." And like, I just found that so weird that like she just leaves. Like I don't know. Like I think they dropped the ball on that. I feel like they got kind of forced to put that in, and you
Right.
can tell that they did not know what the fuck they were doing. But yeah, overall it was fine. I think Jeremy Renner, I enjoyed him more than I thought I would for the whole series. I think Kate Bishop is promising.
Yeah.
But as a show, I'm really okay with no other season.
I got your text. You die. You're so stupid. Yeah, it was all right for me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I did like it, but I wasn't like, oh my god, this is the show or
Right.
this episode. I liked seeing all the cool Trick Arrow shit was great. Their chemistry was great. Obviously, that's not going to be a stalemate for them.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Kingpin, like I said, I thought was just amazing. When he was on screen, I was like, I feel this. This is great. I love it. I need more of it. I loved his strength because that's just more Kingpin accurate and like comic wise.
Sure.
So I was like, I love that. I love how he was just beating the shit up, like, you keep trying, like, just get off of me until she did that shit. I liked the chemistry with her and Elena. I want for them to stick around with each other at some point to be the new Hawkeye and Black Widow together. I love the chemistry. That fight was cool. She's hilarious. I like the moment between those two where she finally got clarity. I was like, listen, she fucking took her own shit. Like, you know her. What do you want me to do? I tried. But I did love that. I would have loved to see her at Christmas. I wanted both of them there. Because she ain't got nobody either, Kate. She just arrested her mother. Jack was innocent the whole time.
I thought she could be with Jack.
Oh, no.
You know, like, sorry, I hated you this whole time. Like, let's celebrate together.
She was like, sorry, like it was mom the whole time. Like, truce.
God, she really set your ass up.
Yeah, she did. She did. And then, like I said, with whole Maya, I just cannot. But I'm proud of her. Her face changed this episode. That I liked. I was like, okay.
She looked like shit when she dropped that hair.
It's a little interesting.
It just didn't look good. But
yeah.
And can I just say, I immediately I was like, this episode sucks. As soon as that fucking Kazi guy caught an arrow.
I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, in
No.
when and how and where?
That's not how that shit fucking works,
Yeah.
people. The greatest archer of all time in the history of fucking fiction
Right.
just shot an arrow at a normal ass guy who knows sign language, and his hands are quick enough to catch this goddamn arrow. No.
I never understood that. And she's not hanging with Kingpin. She was whooping her ass. He just didn't kill her. But yeah, I never understood that. I'm like, why did he catch that? All of a
Yeah,
sudden now
no,
he's
I
enhanced
hated
like this.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, that
I
was
hated
dumb.
that. But
That was really dumb.
Yeah.
So, and then, bro, when I tell you, I was so upset that I just immediately forgot TV and movie rule 101 when they had fucking Maya kill Kingpin. Bro, the anger that
Yeah.
just went over me.
Yeah.
I'm like, if this bitch just went and killed,
if they brought him
like,
back for an episode,
I don't care. I didn't even care. If you brought him back, killed him, fine. Still be pissed, fine. It was her that pissed me off. I'm like,
right?
her, she's gonna do it because you know
'Cause-
I hate that character. I do.
Well, but
It drives me-
also, and I think that's also why I was like, oh fuck this when he caught that arrow, because I was saying last episode she should have killed him.
yeah,
Like Maya should have blew his head off, and then
the minute
went
she
to
pulled up.
yeah, and then went to confront Kingpin in this one, and Kingpin, does her in, and that is then the future of her show
Right.
is, living with the fact that she killed her friend who was just kind of blackmailed by the guy that does that for a living, and now she's going after the head honcho. No, it's just instead the little normal guy catches arrows, and then she fucking blows the head off of. Like, guess what? They could have done that in 3 seasons of Daredevil. They could have just
Right.
shot him in the head. Now you get him enhanced, and you still shoot him in the fucking head.
Right.
like what are you thinking?
It's but again, granted, we didn't see the death. There's no confirmation, so obviously it's not dead. But I just saw red when that happened. I was like, she better not have just killed him out of all people. And I don't even want him in her show. Don't waste him in her show. Put him somewhere else.
That's the whole point, though. That here's the thing, though. This is sad, but I actually like Echo is actually Daredevil season 4, and it's going to need them to carry that actress the whole way. And to be perfectly honest, I could actually see them after this season possibly rethinking that. The fact that she gets a show.
Please do.
Because she really and I
bad,
won't even
man.
blame it on the actress.
I blame her face.
The writers and the directors did not direct her well. I mean, they didn't give her what she needed as an actress to portray something that we would all. I don't know anyone who's like, she's fucking incredible.
Right.
And that's what you need if you're going to start a brand new show with a brand. Like, she's never even called Echo in this fucking thing. Like, who the fuck is Echo when you start this show up?
We'll find out the last episode of her season.
I mean, yeah. And so I don't know.
Echo.
It's
Well,
it won't be her saying it. But that name doesn't even make sense, by the way. No, it doesn't make sense. She can't hear the echo. But
dear God.
Overall, though, I'm really nervous, and I hate this because I was so fucking excited for Marvel going back and forth between shows and movies, and really like looking back on 2021 as a whole, because now's the time. Here's our looking back at Marvel. This is a very disappointing year in a lot of ways. I don't think any of the shows did what they all could have. I think WandaVision was a lot more contained story-wise than it should have been. I think she should have been the one that's fucking with the multiverse, things like that. Ended up being nothing about that. Falcon the Winter Soldier, the entire villain arc of the Flag Smashers is god fucking awful and massively hurts that show.
Jesus, it's trash.
Loki is my favorite show that they have, and even I will admit that the finale is nothing but 45 minutes of talking, and
but entertaining talking.
It's entertaining,
Thanks
not
to
nearly as much as it should
Jonathan.
be. And yeah, and then you get this. I will never watch another episode of this show. Like, I'm not going to rewatch this. There's no
harsh.
reason whatsoever. And then go to the movies. I thought Black Widow was not great. Eternals is fine. Shang-Chi's good. And Spider-Man's really good.
I can't second any of that. But well, some of the stuff I can, but I would have called it a disappointment for me, at least.
But what's the massive standout? Like, this was incredible. This was
Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi's on the level of, an Iron Man 1 or a Captain America 2 or 3. I mean,
it's pretty
no.
fucking great. It's high up there for me. And yeah, was I really disappointed by? I wouldn't say I was really disappointed. Other than story points of like stuff like Flag Smashers, yeah, fuck them. Loki, I wasn't in love with. Can you? I cannot for you. You just what did he like on Twitter? I'm gonna go back and find it and roast you again because he said some shit over the weekend that was just horrible. Oh, fucking Street Fighter, you cannot talk, sir. You know
What happened?
how Street Fighter, Jean-Claude Van Damme, early '90s, how he called the most perfect fucking accurate casting movie of all fucking time or one of them. I'm like, sir, this is why I cannot take anything that you say seriously.
Shang-Chi is better than Ragnarok, first of all.
It is, and that statement alone just discredits him.
But I think that the third act of Shang-Chi it's a
gorgeous
letdown for sure.
Gorgeous, and yes, I did cry, Brooklyn. Yes, I did several times.
Yeah, for me personally, Black Widow, I'll never watch it again. Eternals,
love Black.
I will really struggle to watch again.
Eternals has moments,
and so I mean, I was pretty disappointed because I'm looking for. I look at the MCU as the gold standard, and what it looks like to me is they have doubled their content and halved their quality. Like the same amount of effort's gone into every year, and instead they've doubled content and halved quality, and that frustrates the hell out of me because I'm a diehard fan, like massive. I want to love everything they put out, and I will admit I'm hypercritical in a lot of ways, but that's because we have Iron Man 1, Captain America, the whole trilogy I love, but pretty much everyone loves 2
and
3. Yeah. Guardians 1, you have all of the Avengers movies. 2 is less than everyone else, but I mean, my God, Avengers 1, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame are all incredible. And then this year was a lot of like, hey, let's slow down and make it not as good. And I wish that wasn't the case. So when it comes to this Hawkeye finale, it was kind of the nail in the coffin for me. I was like, God damn, I really hope, like, for me now, when it comes to the Disney Plus shows, everything is riding on Moon Knight for me. Every fucking thing.
Apparently that's supposed to be really brutal and radar-ish.
Exactly. And so
I'm very happy about that.
You better sell me on the acting, on the writing, on the direction. That needs to be the first show for me that is an absolute home run. Period. Because I can't expect She-Hulk with what they're saying the show is. I can't expect myself to oh my God, absolutely immaculate, whatever. It just doesn't seem like it's that kind of show, and that's fine. But Moon Knight is the one that's like A-list actor doing a character that can be a true home run. Everything's lining up. Sell me on it. And then I saw somebody say the What If series. I enjoy the What If series for what it is, but I'm not really going to count it when it comes to this.
Yeah, I don't really count it either, to be honest with you. I thought about that when I was trying to list off the shows. I'm like, yeah, What If was cool, but it's kind of like its own little thing.
Yeah,
for me,
Yeah.
Sure. And still for me, Loki's still my least favorite right now. I'm not saying it's trash, but and just thinking back, nothing in Loki really had me feel anything or be excited about oh my God, or like I just didn't feel anything during that show. And it was like, that sucks to say.
Disagree.
Yeah, I felt nothing that entire show.
I mean,
Like I
Sylvie, I absolutely love as a character. I think that she
and
is.
see, she annoyed me sometimes. Like, bitch, I'm over you. But it's
I
like
just don't know how you could enjoy the
Jonathan
Black
Majors
Widow
was great.
movie as much as you did, and then you're like, oh, but Sylvie, the very deep character
Absolutely.
that's has been tortured and on the run for thousands of years. She
Oh,
annoys
of
me
course.
sometimes.
Yeah, she
Like
does.
what?
Her story's great,
Um,
but yeah, sometimes like, bitch.
And so I see somebody saying, what if series ties in with Doctor Strange? I'm almost positive that is not the same Doctor Strange at the end of
What
that
are we talking
trailer
about?
as Supreme
Oh,
Strange
gotcha.
from What If. That I'm almost positive that's not him, because I think people are forgetting the fact
Never
that
know.
Supreme Strange in What If ends as a massive hero of the multiverse. If it wasn't for him spending the rest of eternity watching this orb, we would
Well,
all die.
we don't know that he's evil. Just because he has a weird ass, creepy line delivery.
Okay, really?
Yeah. We don't know that he's evil. He could just be, that's just him. Because he's a dark ass bastard.
Well, I mean, okay. Sure.
I think it's a throw loop. I don't think he's evil. I don't know.
I'm not saying that he's the main villain, but it's quite obvious that is supposed to be a pretty evilish looking Doctor Strange. And that is not what the What If one looked like.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Because also,
Logan.
where is his
Okay.
cloak? This is a cloakless.
He sat it down. He's sleeping. It's alive.
No.
He's sleeping. He's like, go
Not really.
sleep. Go sleep. Guess what? You had a long day, Cape. Go watch some TV.
He's in an orb of nothing. There's no television.
Maybe he made a fucking. I don't know. But Wong is so fucking dead.
Wong is gone, bro. I told you from the get-go. As soon as we talked about it, I was like, they literally show Wong die. And
Wong is so dead.
Did you see the thing that somebody freeze framed it and it's fucking Wanda?
Wanda fucking stringing him up and shit.
I'm like, oh yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, but because even in the trailer, like you see her little magic thingies pop up from the ground and woofy red shit. I'm like, okay, she's going ham on some people right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I don't know, and you probably don't understand either. I don't know, but in terms of like the Scarlet Witch being a Nexus being, that needs to kind of get explained to me more, I think, because there's a part of me that's wondering if we're going to get a variant of her in
I saw you
Madness.
say that just because there's two in the poster. I don't know.
Yeah, because I was like, I wonder what if we get, since there's 3 Strangers in the poster and 2 of her in the poster, because I think it would be fucking awesome. But also, from what I hear, a Nexus being is the same being throughout all of the multiverse. So I don't think that's
tampers in out of reality.
Yeah.
So
and Kenya did point out, which that tells me that it's fucking fake. But Wong is strung up, and one of his arms is completely out of socket and at like a fucked up angle. And
I just thought he was all like, ooh, or whatever, like
right, but it's just it looks like it hurts. So I don't know, but we didn't. Well, I guess we could talk about that trailer, by the way, but since it's officially been released. But
oh yeah, that's right. That's funny how everything we talked about on the show just ended up getting released the next day.
Yeah,
like I wish they'd do this. I wish they'd do. Oh, there you go.
There it is. Yeah, right there. Full HD and everything. But
right. And people acting like they're shocked, like they're seeing it for the first time, like they didn't see Spider-Man. I'm like, okay, girl, bye.
I know. In my video, I was like, hey, I've seen this 3 times already, but let's go ahead and watch this thing. Yeah, I'll break it down if I can a little bit. That's what my video was.
Right. I'm like, dear God. Yeah, we can talk about that at the end if you want. Bring it back.
Oh, can we talk about the after credit scene of Hawkeye, please?
Do we have to?
I'm so fucking furious, man.
I've never been so upset. Like, that was a Captain America Patience for me, but that was better than this.
I mean, it was literally... You also didn't even set anything else up. Like, this is the first MCU property in forever. There's no after credit scene.
Only thing you set up is that she's going to be called Hawkeye, but we knew that.
Well, but that's not an after credit scene. That's just,
right.
The end of the show. And so, I mean, it's crazy that they...
Because I needed it too. Because the way I was feeling after the episode ended with
I needed a fucking Kingpin.
I needed something. Yes.
I needed a Kingpin after credit scene.
Like somebody's gonna wake up like Michael or some shit.
I wanted him to pull the fucking bullet out of his head and be like, "I'm gonna get that fucking bitch. You
Right.
know?
Something. I was like, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Nope. I can fucking do this all day. That's what we
Yeah,
got.
and can I just say also, the fucking lip singing on that whole scene is so bad and off. Like
I
they
wasn't paying
really
attention.
fucked
I was
up.
skimming through. I was like, what the fuck? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
And the
Like,
fact that they didn't even bring in, they should have brought Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie in to be sitting in the goddamn stands going, "This is terrible" or
oh,
something.
that would have been better. That would have been great.
After that
God.
whole thing, they would have just been like, "Are we good?" You know, or something like, "Can we get out of here?"
They're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
I know.
Oh my, he's like, did this actually happen or some shit? I don't know, but that would have been miles better. See, why didn't you email the motherfuckers and tell them that? You should have pulled a Tom Holland.
It was funny. Kenya was like, "Hey man, have you thought about being a script doctor?" And I was like, "Sure. I'm sure they're just handing those jobs out like nothing." Like,
let me just walk down the street. Let me just walk into HBO or
yeah.
some shit. Like, hey guys,
Hey, y'all need somebody to look over the next Spider-Man
you need a
script,
script
motherfucker?
doctor, right?
Like,
I was like, yeah,
just
come on in.
just go ahead and pass the script over the table here. I'll take it home and take a look. So
Facts.
I mean, I just because obviously that would be incredible. I'd love that job.
That'd be
But
quite
you kind of,
amazing.
I think most of the time script doctors are like big script writers.
Kenya couldn't do that though. He'll be like,
that
"Can we
studios
add more
love?"
nipples?"
Have we thought? I understand this is a full Asian cast. Have we thought about Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I was just about to say.
Jackie Chan, come in here. Nobody's touching any of the fighting.
Does
But you,
anybody know where
Jackie.
Kylie Minogue is right now? Anyone? Get them on
Naomi
the phone.
Scott. Is Naomi Scott
Yes,
here?
Naomi Scott. I have a great part for a tree. Does anybody where's she at?
A topless tree.
A topless tree with nipples.
Nipples out.
Oh
man, that's funny.
God, Jesus! Can we get Leslie Grace on the line? Something.
Oh,
my
God.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yeah, Leslie Grace makes a cameo on every
Leslie
project
Grace.
she produces.
She's literally the sun. Can we just put her?
It's like the
Teletubbies. Put her face in the sun.
With boobs.
Billy and Joe. With boobs. Every time she talks, it's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh shit. Have we thought about adding areolas to the nipple suits? Oh my god. That's fucking great.
My face hurts.
I forget. I can do this now. Here, can I do this? Yeah. Have we thought about
my
adding
God.
areolas?
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
So good.
Oh, I'm hot. I'm sweating. Okay. Yeah.
Let's move on. That was fucking Hawkeye.
Oh my god. So yeah, so that was Hawkeye. We'll see. Jeremy Renner, great, good job. Everyone's Kate. Thank you so much. Haley, whatever the fuck.
Would you be okay if this is the last time we see Clint Barton?
No, but I don't need him in something major. Like I just want something small that I didn't feel like
it wasn't a great ending for him.
Right. So I would want to see a little bit more of him, like if you want to, like with a Kate Bishop, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be major. Just give me a little bit of closure, better closure. And that's it. But Agent 19, his wife is Mockingbird, so that's cool. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans. There you go. But that was cool. But yeah, overall it was okay. I want to see more of him, just not a lot. That's all. And the suit was cool. I like the suit.
The suit was revealed in posters and on fucking Disney Plus, the background the whole time. Like
that's very true. I think that's the first. That's the first show to do that, right? Reveal the suit just straight out the fucking gate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's because what else are they going to do? I don't know, man. They fucked up.
They did just a little bit. Thank you, Tay Tay. That's my aunt. Everyone.
You call her Tay Tay?
TT. Like TT. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. My TT.
Oh, what's up, TT?
Right.
Hey, TT.
All right. So yeah, that's Hawkeye. All right. So on to the main event. The one you all have been waiting for.
Yes, sir.
The Batman debuted another trailer, and hopefully it's last.
I'm
That's
done, by the way.
huh?
I'm not watching anything else from
Yeah,
this
no,
movie.
no more.
I'm so good.
We got a trailer yesterday, surprised us, just dropped it out of nowhere, and it gave us a little bit more on the story, a lot more Pattinson, a lot more Selena, a lot more just everybody, and it went in depth. And yeah, it was a trailer. It happened. So I'll let you go first, sir. I'll.
You don't want to go first? I'm very interested to hear what you have to say.
Okay, he wants me to go first. Okay. So we know how I feel about this. I was on trending water with this, and this was its opportunity to try to dissuade me in any type of capacity. It came, it was cool. I was like, all right, fine. And to say, yeah, I'm in. I'm in. I'm in.
There it is.
Robert got me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Really?
You got me at the door. I'm there. Walk me in. Take me home.
Even with
we'll see.
Gothic Bruce.
Well, Bruce taking some used to, but
Yeah.
like I'm there. I'm there, man. This trailer was fucking great, dude. Like it was amazeballs.
Yeah.
I like his voice. I'm still not a fan of the cowl, but that's fine.
Got a lot of cats.
I was like, oh, I was like, Robert.
Okay. His voice in that, just that alone, I was like, oh wow, I actually really dig that.
Yeah.
And I don't even think he's doing that much, but it worked.
Facts. The Selena line at the end got a little rough, but it wasn't bad.
Which one?
Like Selena, don't throw your life away type shit. I was like, oh, I like the cat's line better.
That is true. That's a tough voice to be loud because she's like walking away. So he's like, Selena, come on.
Yeah, no. The cinematography is just stupid ass gorgeous.
Oh my god, the shot of the fucking car.
Oh yeah,
skidding, and the fact that like in the theater we know we're gonna get to watch that car completely finish crashing, all in that one shot.
Penguin's dead.
No, he's not.
Is fucking Dominic Toretto in that car? Did you see how that shit was fucking going crazy?
Cars are made pretty damn well, and that's an expensive ass car. They're made to flip like that.
He should be sushi.
Let me see.
At this point,
does it land on the top of itself at any time? No, it never does. Until it actually comes to a landing, because we know it's upside down in the other trailer,
right.
But it never smashes on the top. That's what would kill somebody,
I guess. But yeah, so fucking Zoe Kravitz looks amazing.
She does.
As Selena.
She really does.
Don't worry, honey, I got 9 of them. I'm like, oh, yes, you did.
I know.
Baby.
I was like, she's got so much charisma already.
Yes,
like, I'm so fucking sold, and I really hope we get a trilogy of those three, like, just fucking going. Because Penguin, I think, is gonna last a while too.
Oh yeah. The fighting looks dope. I'm like, heard it.
Yeah.
I'm very invested in that. We get a little bit more of Alfred. He has something to do with this as well. He knows this. He knows some secrets.
Yeah.
The Riddler's a creep. I'm here for it.
Fucking so creepy. Yeah. Nasty ass.
Right. Ew, hang up.
And I was gonna bring this up. Do you actually think Riddler knows he's Bruce Wayne?
I think it's a fake out.
I think it is too.
That's a very easy way to put them shits together.
I think it's because the way his voice sounds too, like it kind of swaps, and so I think that I think Riddler's telling Batman to look into Bruce Wayne,
like the scum of the city, like
and he's like, you need to look at the Waynes, and I cannot wait to see that because Batman has to go back and say, what the fuck am I supposed to look at, and start learning shit about his own family's past and the legacy. I'm like, give me this fucking movie, like.
Oh, yeah.
This is by far my most anticipated next year. Like, by far.
What else comes out next
year? For you,
a lot
Flash.
A lot of shit. Actually.
Black Adam.
Black Panther 2 and Black Adam. Yeah, no.
Black Adam.
It's hard. But it's up there now. I will say it's up there because I'm really
just
curious.
Matt Reeves, man. Like, if anything,
Matt Reeves, bro.
You can't tell. Like, no one can tell me. And this is where, like, this is one thing I'll say. Kind of going back to last week, and I was talking about Spider-Man No Way Home, and I'm like, no big shots, no this, no that. this movie in the trailers, at least, I cannot speak. The people in my comments, I feel bad for them because they're like, it's already the most incredible Batman movie. This is better than The Dark Knight. I'm like, this movie could be god awful. We don't know. You haven't seen it,
bro.
But I can say in terms of how it looks, it's so fucking cinematic.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Because even you go to, Nolan and you go to like Dark Knight, it's meant to look like we're at the bottom level, we're dark, we're gritty, things like that. It's still cinematic. Like they do wide shots out of nowhere, like when the trucks flip in and all that kind of stuff and him flying. But like it's more grounded. Like this, the way every shot looks like it was meant to look like this. Like he envisioned this before he did it. And it's exactly what he wants. Yeah. And I really like it. Looks so fucking good. And I'm ecstatic.
One of my favorite shots is when he's looking into the cafe and they do that push in on him through the window with the rain. I was like, oh, like that's fucking sexy.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I'm skimming through it right now. So
it's so good, bro. And I love Selina's fighting style in this. Like the bitch is a pretzel with all her fucking feet.
She's flinging around everything.
What the hell? I'm like, okay.
I love how she's like when because the line's funny, which it is kind of nice that we actually got a little bit of humor with got a lot of cats. But she's like, I got a thing for strays. I love that. Like that sounds so fucking awesome. Because that is kind of her thing is, she's a cat burglar. She's stealing things from the rich to give money to herself and to, people that didn't have as much. She feels like a stray. I just think that's fucking awesome. And
it's
I cannot wait for the big screen to see the conversation that they have when the sun's coming up, or whether the sun's coming up or going down, and you just have that kind of pinkish sky back there. Like that is going to be stunning. I'm just
epic.
Yeah.
I just think the whole fight, it's so good. Like at the fight scene with the end with the smoke and them fighting in the guns,
fact that he just stops and looks at the camera, like I get that's a little bit of cheese. These movies need a little bit of cheese.
It's good cheese.
That's what I mean. It's like
good cheese.
It's a wallpaper moment.
Yes, it is.
It's a snapshot. You can slap that somewhere, and it's fucking dope.
Oh, that was a Who's Next turn. Like fucking shit up in it. Who's next?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Goldberg.
Right.
Right. But,
exactly.
And I love. We only get a little bit of it, which I saw some people say this showed a little too much. It might have. But also I don't think so.
It's a 2-something+ hour movie.
Right. I mean,
too much.
What it really did was show me I cannot fucking wait for this movie. But I love the part where we just get a tiny bit where we get one little riddle that Batman is the one that figures out and is telling him. And like, that's justice. A small, it's justice. The answer is justice. And it's like, oh fuck. And like, I'm
very excited for the detective work in this.
Yeah. Finally, we get Detective fucking Batman.
Yeah,
like
it's
I love it.
I'm here for it.
He's got the black light out and he's looking at shit like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, and that's so dumb, but also that's what I want. I want to watch Batman, and like especially a young Batman who he's not the world's greatest detective yet. I wouldn't think. He has to figure out how to become that, and you see that here. And so I just like that it's a personal story on top of, an early Batman story, on top of trying to figure it all out, because we've got a serial murderer on our hands.
Right.
And
anybody willing to be captured is always not to be fucked.
You're fucked. Yeah. You're in for some shit.
Yeah. He's like, okay, yeah, sure.
Have you ever seen Law Abiding Citizen? It's fucking great.
That's such an underrated movie. It doesn't get talked about enough, bro.
It has like a 20-something on Rotten Tomatoes. And I made Hannah watch it not long ago, and because I was like, it's fucking great. Watch.
It's rated by idiots.
And it's so good. That movie is like, if it's on TV, I'm in. I'm watching it. And the little part, I'm interested on what the reasoning behind this is, but you only get a quick shot. It seems like him and Selina are working together, but he doesn't have the suit on. He's got the hood up.
Oh yeah.
Eye makeup, but he's like going to work. He's like pissed the fuck off. And I'm like, man, what is going on? Because to me, which is funny, yeah. But to me, that's not Batman. Of like, I'm gonna go do some shit as Bruce Wayne in public like that. Like in BVS, we got that him running into the thing, but the point of that was there's no one there, and like, so he's just going full in. But like this, he's in a club with fucking
Oh, yeah.
eye makeup. People could see pretty quick. Hey, that might be fucking Batman. He's got a guy with nothing but black around his eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Like, that might be some fishy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I like the conversation in the beginning. Like, oh,
Yeah,
like
you don't do
you and your
enough.
family, you ain't doing shit, homie. Like step your pussy up. What's up? But like type of thing. He's like, you know who I am? If you only knew.
He's just sitting there laughing, like he's like, oh
Right.
yeah, I don't do shit for Gotham.
There were some shots where his Bruce Wayne I liked. I was like, okay, cool. Like that worked for me. But sometimes I go back to even like, ugh. But
Fucking
it
the glasses.
went back
You better try to sell me on them fucking sunglasses, man, because
bro,
I don't know.
I cannot. But the shirtless shot,
He's fucking.
A+.
He looks good. Remember when everybody was like,
A+.
"Oh, he won't run." He don't fucking even
A+.
run. He looks good.
yeah, he's just. It's. I was like, good for you. You look good, buddy. You got it. But yeah, but like I said, that was the one thing. It had a, a huge task, to try to pull me on the train. Had a lot to do. It achieved. I'm not there. I'm waiting at the door. I'm like, okay, you brought me here. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, motherfucker. Like, what's inside? So we shall see. But I'm here for it. Selena looks great. Like I said, I'm really excited for Dano, for Riddler.
They're really not showing much of him.
Oh, no.
And so I think his performance might surprise the fuck out of us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, fucking Paul Dano's amazing.
Incredible.
His goons are all dressed up like Riddler. So he got his own little Riddler gang at the end. Because at first, I just thought he just gave one hell of a fucking uppercut to Riddler. I was like, damn, he just
Riddler just laid out.
Right. But I was like, oh, those are his homies. Got it.
Which
I
that
wonder.
is a thing that, like, you got to sell me, because that's obviously, it's a Batman thing. And like, this is a comic book movie and all that. But like, you got to sell me on having a bunch of goons dress up like you and die for you, almost, like possibly die for you. It's Batman, so he won't, but like, they don't know that. So you got to sell me on, what is Riddler doing for them to make them okay with doing that?
Think he's just preaching to them like a better
Maybe
Gotham.
I love how he's like, I can't remember exactly the words. I think you said it earlier, but him talking about Gotham, and he's like, we got to fix this godforsaken
cesspool.
Yeah, it's like, I like, oh man, I love it so much.
That's the thing. I think he's again, with typical Gotham, they do just try to exploit it for what it is. It must be destroyed. Yada yada yada. Criminals, this, that. But it looks like he's about to flood that motherfucker though.
Yeah.
So that was
and there's an explosion that looks fucking. We only see a second of it, but like that above shot where just one of those vans, it looks like blows up, and it looks really powerful. Like he's fucking Gotham up.
And then like 6 more just go
off.
No, we have not seen Falcone yet. We have not.
Right. We know he's at that funeral.
Yeah.
So
he's there. Mr. Tutorio, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah.
Tutorio.
Him, Michael Bay alum, Tutorio. Yeah. But yeah, I'm for it. I hope we get a new suit at the end. Please do. Please get rid of that cowl. Make it better.
It doesn't. It's selling me on it. This trailer sold me on it more.
It did not. It had better shots, but I'm like, this is gross still. it had better shots for sure, but I'm like, this is gross. The suit, I don't mind. Seeing it in action, the cape flapping around, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Oh, hey, take it easy. Yeah, that's funny. Take it easy, sweetheart. That Colin Farrell looks great.
It doesn't even look like Colin Farrell. Oh my god.
And now we're gonna see his show, which I'm here for. I'm here for a show. I'm here for the Gotham show.
That's what I mean, man. Like, fucking, like WB double down on this. Like, make Matt Reeves your Kevin Feige. You are set.
That'd be great.
I mean,
they made a mistake with that in the beginning.
Yeah,
it was Christopher Nolan, and then it's like, fuck him, Zack Snyder. I'm like, It's Christopher Nolan. What are you
I
doing?
know. Can you imagine? So, and that's the thing too is I do hate to say it, but like I was thinking about this today when I was driving home from work. I was like, man, that trailer's so fucking good, and to realize some of this, I'm sure carried over from Matt Reeves originally came in to direct Ben Affleck as
Yes.
Batman, and it's like,
why'd you bring that up?
well, but like realizing like we've seen Riddler question marks and BVS and stuff like that. So like Riddler was part of it. So I would think that this would be like another Riddler story or, something, but just realizing like, try to keep Matt Reeves. If you can keep Matt Reeves and like actually have him finish out another trilogy, because that's fucking daunting. He only did the last two of Planet of the Apes, but
right.
He finished a trilogy, and then you're asking him to do another trilogy. And if you can get him to do that, good God Almighty, you pay him whatever it takes. Because this movie won't get $1 billion in 5 days or anything like that.
Right.
Because it's the first, whatever of this new Batman. But if this movie's as good as it looks like it could be, you best believe that second one could blow people away and the box office.
I think this will top 3, maybe 4 the max. I think it'll do. And then, like I said, if it does great word of mouth and they announce a sequel, that should be like, pew, type, for sure. I don't know. We'll see, but you got me, Rob. Congratulations. I gotta clap it off to you, buddy. It was a long haul fight. You came out on top. Well, not on top, but you're about convinced me. You're almost there.
Yeah,
you're almost there. We'll make a good ass Superman movie. I think he's the only one that truly can. I don't want him doing a Superman movie. Keep it Batman. Nobody gives a fuck about Superman. Everybody wants to do Batman.
I don't need anything of that right now. Just give me good Batman shit right now.
Everybody only cares about Batman. We don't care about Superman.
Because guess what? Superman would fuck this Batman up in a second.
Greatly.
I mean, that's the point. So let's just go ahead and not cross him over just yet. I saw somebody else ask about, in terms of the Joker rumors. I don't need a fucking Joker. Make the Riddler incredible for this, and I'm happy. I don't need the Joker.
We don't need a Joker for a while. Go through other Batman's rogue gallery and pick out shit with.
Yeah,
I want Mr. Freeze for Matt Reeves. That's what I want.
Don't bring that up in front of Kenya. He'll lose his shit.
Yeah, I know, but I want.
But Matt Reeves could do it. I mean, Matt Reeves could absolutely blow that shit away. So
he could do it beautifully. That I know he mentioned Clayface. No, that was Mike Flanagan. That would be great. But I think he can do a good Clayface too, more in a realistic manner. There's so many he could do. Oh my God. Yeah, but I want Mr. Freeze first. As much as we love Arnold and his amazing Oscar-worthy performance as Mr. Freeze, I want Matt Reeves to handle that.
He was almost on the level of Jean-Claude Van Damme in Street Fighter.
That's why Kenya loved it so much. All right, everyone, chill. I'm like, oh my God. There was so many ice puns.
The only thing that would have made that better is if Clooney was like, good God, shut the fuck up.
Like, all right, enough.
Like you're annoying as shit.
Right, cool party. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Or killed the dinosaurs. Joke? The Ice Age. I'm like, oh my God.
Looks like I made your nipples hard there, Batman.
Right, look like it's mighty cold in here. I'm like, oh my God. That would have made them. That actually would have made the movie. Like, if the first time they meet, Batman crashes down, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Freeze, I'm Batman." Freeze was like, "Oh, it's cold in here."
Look at your nipples.
Look at your nipples. Oh my God. Yeah, the ventriloquist would be dope. What's his name? Is it ventriloquist? I forget the ventriloquist's name. Poison Ivy would be great too. But we've had those. I want like newer villains a little bit, kind of outside of Mr. Freeze, because I want that done right. All right, so that's it on the Batman. You guys got what you want, motherfuckers. I'm in. So let's do the damn thing. So now we're going to dedicate some minutes to you guys here at the end of the show. Let us know. Let the comments fly. What y'all want to talk about. Let's do it. He had polar bears in his lair. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
One other thing I wanted to point out that is interesting, and I'm interested to see what their plan is with Multiverse of Madness, is he's got Homegirl with him when they're going through that door thing. He's got America, and he's got his boo thing. What's her
Kate?
fucking name?
Is her name Kate too?
Christine.
Christine, yeah. Christine.
I have to think about when he got stabbed and he's fucking running through the
Right.
Christine.
Yeah, you missed the Matrix, Alex. We talked about that letdown. Yeah, Christine. But yeah, I saw that because I remember you saying it, which is another thing that got confirmed right after. It's like, oh, it looks like his homegirl next to him. And if it is that stupid, we didn't know. And the next day, boom, image, her with red hair. I was like, okay, heard it. Is it her or is it a variant of her?
Right. So that's what I think is because this is a very redheaded Christine.
Very red, unless she had a change of heart. And like,
but in the wedding scene, she's not redheaded. So I think it might be some sort of variant, which would be.
Did you say Americana? I think her name is. Her name is
America Chavez.
America Chavez.
Are you
Americana?
Are you walking into Starbucks right now and asking for a drink?
Either that, or we're just putting on a Latin spin to things, and that's just racist, sir. Damn, Spider-Man. Yes, we talked about Spider-Man 2. You are very late, sir. It's an hour and a half, Alex.
You can go back in time and watch.
Right, go back in time. Yes. Well, Spider-Man wasn't even this show. Spider-Man was last show.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes. There was something I wanted to bring up too. I completely forgot what the fuck it was. Oh yeah, because Kenya brought it up. Fucking Michael Keaton is our new DCU Batman and then Batgirl.
I've been telling you this.
I know. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't think they was actually going to do it. It's stupid, but fine.
That's why I've been so nervous for the Flash
for
you, because I think that they are going to change the story of Flashpoint and just have them swap, not have him come back and have a beautiful ending with Affleck. And that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yes, it is. I will launch everything that's around me at the screen as hard as I possibly can if they just do this dumbest shit and just screw over my Ben after all he's been through.
He doesn't even want to be in it.
Hey, you shut your dirty mouth. Even if he doesn't
ask for it,
you send it off right. You send him off right at least.
Just no Batman in the universe anymore when you have a guy that's willing to come. I mean,
yes. WB's issue, one of his main issues was we don't want Batman too old anymore. So you got an even fucking older one to do it. No, I don't want to see Keaton's old ass trying to do this. I'm fine for the Flash. I don't need him in any more shit. That's it. I would rather Robert, but he's too young and that's not going to happen. Right. So I'm like, I would rather Robert.
God, can you imagine Ezra Miller's Flash with Robert Pattinson would fucking murder? He'd be like, I'm about to kill you and I don't do that. You're like, you're annoying as fuck.
He's like, I never ever in my life contemplated death. So murder so much in my life.
Like, oh my God, man. He's like, can you shut the fuck up?
Right. Here's one thing I will say for you, Kenya. Since you want Batman Beyond so bad, fuck Michael Keaton. I want George Clooney. Bring George Clooney back as great. It would be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Oh my God. Can you his old ass suave ass chilling there like a badass?
This is obviously very different, but not in the same point. That is such an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man situation. If you bring him back and show people he doesn't have to look like a fucking idiot, and like that was the writing, that was the directing, that was the tone they were going for, and it was bad. Get him in this. Like, he actually would be the perfect old guy Bruce Wayne. And
perfect.
I mean, I said that a while back. I ain't gonna. I said that a while back. And only problem is Keaton. I don't know if Keaton struggles with his money or what, but like he's about going and getting them paychecks, and I don't think Clooney gives a fuck. Like,
well, this man's a fucking. He sold his company and all type of shit for
Right.
$1 billion. He's
That's
set
what I
for
mean.
life.
Is
He doesn't give a
so he's
fuck.
like, I'm good.
Well, I think because he's so tainted by Batman and Robin that he's
Well,
like, but if
they-
they brought it to him, I think he
They
might.
somebody asked him in an interview, has WB come back to ask you? And he said they have most definitely not contacted me.
Oh yeah, no.
And I think that's dumb. Like that would have been the play.
Well, because it's WB, of course, they do dumb shit.
That's correct.
Right. So I'm just like, oh, but he would be perfect. Oh my god. Oh, WB, you suck. Well, what does the world look like in? That's a very good question, actually. Alex, he's like, I know you guys specialize in movies, but what does the world look like in 2055 as far as technology? I think we'll have technology, AI beings walking amongst us. Just like, hey, what's going on? Here we go. Yada yada yada. That is a pretty cool thing that the Matrix does do. So now that the worlds are at peace between humans and machine, that they have this instance where machines can come out of the Matrix world and into our world through like sentient type beings, like these little techno bead looking things. It's actually really fucking cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So that can be where we're at 2055. They're trying to get a fucking start on it anyway. So I think it works. Oh no, we're not talking about Matrix jorts. It's fine. We're done. I just wanted to bring that up. We spoke about that already. Dude,
but
go ahead.
I was thinking about Clooney still, because even just to the point of him coming out in his suit, but he's like, and they're like, "Whoa, that's a cool ass suit," and he's like, "I literally just removed the nipples. Like I had nipples this whole time. Everybody was telling me get rid of the nipples. I finally listened to him, and because Ezra would be like, she should have kept the nipples, man. Like would have been awesome. That's so Ezra would be like, bat nipples would have been
good
great,
luck, man.
And he's like, thank you. Like, I've been like telling people forever, bat nipples are the shit.
That'll be funny. That'll make.
Have you heard of Kenya King?
He gave me new ones.
That boy's been in my Twitter forever.
You have my back for ages. I don't know. But dude, what I watched again the other day with my friends, just in general, and I made my family watch it again during Christmas. It's just so fucking amazing and done right. And just one of my favorite movies of the year is No Time to Die. It's just so great.
I got that for Christmas. I got that for Hannah.
It's just so fucking great.
It is.
Like,
I can't wait to watch it again.
Oh my god, dude! Like, it's just so great. Like, in the span of a week, I might have watched it 3 times at this point. Like,
seriously?
Yeah, I love it. And because it's just beautifully done.
It's fucking great.
The acting is amazing. The send off alone is just beautiful and so heartbreaking. Every time I watch it, I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's up there for one of the deaths that hit pretty good. Obviously not like but done right and beautiful.
It's
and
just it's done so well. And this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. I've only seen Daniel Craig's Bond movies. And that being said, though, I think one thing that this movie does so well that is also very different than anything I've seen. Maybe the past iterations have done this, but he has a family to protect.
Yeah,
like he has a woman and a kid that he's protecting, like what we were talking about with Spider-Man, where Spider-Man always has that. So the emotion is there. He needs to protect them, this, that. Whereas for James Bond, it seems to be he always has a random, very attractive stranger that he fucked, and now they need to kick some ass and protect each other. And that emotion for me is not there. And they tried to do it with that initial girl from the first one. It just didn't hit me the way that it was supposed to,
Vesper.
And that's okay. And they even bring her all the way back around to, this one, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, No Time to Die. It's my second favorite for sure. I mean, in terms of, Skyfall is immaculate.
Yes.
And then, but No Time to Die is so fucking good. Like
it's
I was
on Skyfall's ass.
I was literally so ecstatic, seeing that in theaters. And the only thing I can say is I haven't thrown it in there yet, but apparently for some stupid ass reason, the Blu-ray does not contain the IMAX footage. It stays widescreen the whole time.
What about 4K?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And
Oh, you said Blu-ray. I was like, what? I was
yeah.
sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I only watch 4K Blu-rays. What are you talking about? But
Is that the
yeah,
same thing? Blu-ray and 4K? I thought it was separate things.
I mean it's a 4K
Am
Blu-ray.
oh, okay. I guess so. I was like, am I having a moment? But that was its own separate thing. Got it.
You want me to 4K Ultra HD disc?
Yeah, I thought it was like its own thing, and then Blu-ray was its own thing. That's why I was like, wait, what?
It's a Blu-ray. But yeah, I'm kind of furious about that, to be honest, because that's kind of like my thing. Is I always buy, which they're doing the same thing with Dune. Apparently, Dune Blu-ray does not have any of the IMAX footage. Both of these movies I only saw in IMAX, and the fact that I'm not going to get that footage anymore, even though I'm going out and I'm buying your fucking physical disc, where you can throw, because the reason they don't do it on streaming most of the time is because that's a lot more data they got to push.
Yeah.
But you have a disc, it's physical, you don't need any internet or nothing. It's just
unless you're Disney Plus.
Right, but the quality, that's what I think that's fucking stupid, and it pisses me off that they did that, to be honest. But yeah, No Time to Die is fucking great. I can't wait to watch it again.
And the music's fantastic. Just everything is so
for sure.
Right in the feels.
Only other thing I was going to bring up, we haven't talked about it. Book of Boba Fett tomorrow.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Boba Fett. I wish I was like freaking out excited. I'm not. This first episode might be able to do that for me. But I'm somebody that I don't think that Boba Fett needs a show. So I'm interested to be sold on this for sure.
Oh no, I'm not like, oh my god, Boba Fett, but I am looking forward to it because I liked him in Mando.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's all gravy. But I expect it to be good. Do we know how many episodes?
Ooh, I thought I heard it might be 7.
These short form fucking
yeah.
Well, I guess so because it costs so much to fucking make. So I get it, but I'm just like, dear God.
I mean, if anything, one of my complaints has been with the Disney Plus shows is it's like it's an 8 episode series or 6 or this. I like the fact that like they might have gone into it going for 8 and then they condensed 2 episodes into 1 and it's going to be fucking immaculate. No, flubber. Like we got nothing but class act action
flubber,
and
good movie.
And storytelling. Cause that's one thing, like Hawkeye could have been 4 episodes of really good stuff. And instead they made it 6 episodes and there's a lot of slow shit that doesn't need to be in there. So I'm
a new synopsis has been. Do we know the synopsis for Doctor Strange too? Because they just put one out apparently.
I saw someone say something about that earlier. Let me see here.
To restore a world where everything is changing, Strange seeks help from his ally Wong, the Sorcerer Supreme, and the Scarlet Witch Wanda. But a terrible threat looms over humanity and the entire universe that no longer can be done by their power alone. Even more surprising, the greatest threat in the universe looks exactly like Doctor Strange. Oh.
Weird. Okay. It almost sounds like that guy might be evil there at the end.
Okay, fuck off. Okay, just giving hope, okay? Don't judge a book by its cover. Okay? Just saying. We've come too far for that. I love your tweet. No stab wound. I just saw that. It was above it.
I can't believe they have no stab wound.
Y'all see the fake rumors of Ghost Rider's casting? Norman Reedus has been rumored for that for like 20 years now.
And can I just be the first person to say, please no.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
He is not that great of an actor. Like, there's a reason why he's been in one fucking role.
That's not true. He's been Boondock Saints, Walking Dead,
and Death Stranding, the video game. That's it.
Death Stranding, Silent Hill for 2 seconds, and then listen, it's better than Nicolas Cage, right? It's better than Nick Cage. I know that because that shit was dog shit booty ass.
I think that there are plenty of other actors that you could bring in that would fucking destroy that. I don't know.
I know Scud in Blade 2. That's right. He was in Blade 2. Yes, he was. That beautiful gem of a movie. Absolutely. Well, Keanu's been talking a lot lately with Kevin.
I'm good.
Feige. I'm not. Put him in MCU. You bugging? That's fucking
Keanu Reeves is not that good of a fucking actor.
You watch your mouth. He is badass. He doesn't need to act. Just be
That's
on
the
the screen.
He's just
That's
Keanu Reeves, just
yes,
walking around.
And it's glorious.
No.
That is what we need on screen, no matter what he's doing. It's glorious all the time.
Now send him to put him in the Flash movie.
No.
He'll fit right in.
Not at all. We need him in MCU. Like, whoa, Doctor Strange.
Be like, wow, are you a wizard?
Are you a wizard?
Do you know Kung Fu?
Scarlet Witch. I am an FBI agent.
It's like I turn into fire. My bones pop out.
I'm Craven. Yeah.
No. I still think oh fuck. The guy that was the
Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yes.
No. The Deathstroke guy should have been Craven.
Oh, Joe Manganiello.
He's perfect Italian. For that fucking thing.
For Craven? See, he's not that great of an actor. You want him to be Craven?
Craven is not that big of a fucking character. Besides, we're gonna get Aaron Taylor.
He's gonna be the main dude. He has to be. So your acting has to be right there. He's gonna be the main villain. Yes.
So we're gonna bring Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's already been in the MCU, and let's just go ahead and just recast for no reason.
I understand
with his
that, but
high voice ass motherfucker. Doesn't make sense. He's supposed to be a fucking mean ass giant Russian.
He can do it. He can do an accent. You see, Tenet. Just there you go. You can put on an accent. Why not?
What is he doing that's so crazy in Tenet?
Oh, just the accent. I was like, you can put on an accent. You could do. He's a great actor, but
what accent does he put on?
Whatever he's supposed to be in that fucking movie. Is he Irish, Scottish? One of the two.
Okay,
it's an accent. I know that. And the shit's heavy.
British. He's a British actor.
No, I'm not talking about him actual. I'm like the character he played in.
That's what I mean. They can all do an accent like that. That's what they do.
There you go. So see? No, there you go.
I would love to see Keanu Reeves do an accent of any fucking thing besides Keanu Reeves.
He puts on a few accents in John Wick. But the one time he was like, when he's doing Russian to people, he flicks up a little Russian a little bit. But I think the only time I can think of where he was like full accent through and through was Dracula. And that was pretty awful. But his Russian's cool. Okay. So I'm here for that. His Russian's cool. So I'm here.
I like what Kenya said. That's why he's a good Neo. Look blank and say random words. Stay confused. He can't act.
He can act.
God damn. No, he can read lines.
It's just
as
his
himself.
way of acting. He's created his own way of acting. It's the Keanu method of acting.
You know who's won an Oscar? Nicolas Cage. And you're over here saying anything's better than Nick Cage. No.
Yes, Nick Cage was trash booty in Ghost Rider. Absolutely dog shit. You cannot tell me otherwise. Just because somebody has an Oscar.
I was a kid.
Just because somebody has an Oscar or got good does not mean they're right for certain roles. Okay?
Not what I'm saying.
That out
I'm
there.
saying Keanu Reeves will never win an Oscar. And has never come close.
Yes, and he's still young. You never know. You never know. Quicksilver was Russian. Craven is Russian. Yes, we know.
Very original there, Sony. Great casting.
It's Sony. Do you expect anything less at this point? Come on now.
No.
Come on now. Yes, he's 56. They're still young. He's still whooping ass. Take it.
See, they delayed John Wick.
I'm like, why? That pissed me
Just
off,
out of
bro.
nowhere.
Random as hell. John Wick is now pushed back to a whole nother fucking year. I'm like, okay, you can kiss my ass twice. I don't know why you did that. Ugh, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
But whatever. All right, y'all got anything else before we wrap up here? Let us know.
I think I'm good.
Yes. Oh, I was talking about the chat people and everything's about you. Gosh, Karen, you're so stupid. You know where that's from?
Your personal life?
No, but not far off. You ever seen Mean Girls? What is this?
Yeah, when I was 12.
Oh,
It's not one I rewatch every year.
I'm sorry. For
When
you.
did that come out?
That movie's a classic. I don't know when it came out. 2008? I'm gonna go on a whim.
2004.
Fuck.
So I was 9.
Jesus Christ.
But what's funny is I remember my sister having that on DVD, so I probably watched it when I was 12.
That's funny. I can't. Let's see. Them puts. Them putt punch. They ain't gonna move.
Do you cook?
They ain't
Do
gonna
you ever
move.
cook?
No.
Oh God.
It's been a minute since I've cooked. To be honest with you.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about putting them up?
No, I want them as display. They go with my purple Wakandan theme. I have to get more
Gotcha.
purple. When I get more purple, it'll make better sense. But until
Gotcha.
now, it's not.
Do you have your
But-
beads on display anywhere?
That sounds crazy out of context. But
The ones you stick up your ass?
right. You have your anal beads around? Anywhere?
Oh yeah, just hang on the wall right here.
Right.
Just ready for as soon as
Right by
somebody
the
sees
front
them, they
door.
could just use them.
Right by the front door. It's my fucking
Yeah,
door knocker.
I hang my
Yeah.
keys and grab my anal beads.
Right. It's my door knocker.
Oh,
When somebody
man.
know they're hanging
Oh,
outside.
thank God.
That's how I know they're there. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, company.
Oh man.
Oh my God. All right, y'all. I think that's a good place to stop. Because now we're getting into anal beads. So I want to thank y'all so much for tuning into the latest episode of the Film Cave, episode number 53. Logan,
Very nice.
where can the people find you? And what do you have coming up? And when the fuck can we expect DC movies?
That's a
Go
great
ahead.
question. I have no idea. Yeah, so you
thanks
can find
so
me
much.
Logan_Swish on Twitter. And yeah, we're gonna be doing Book of Boba Fett tomorrow. So get excited for that. I'm
Yes.
hopefully going to love it to death and be very excited. I am going to, as of right now, the plan is to edit this one for YouTube as well as for Patreon.
Ooh, back to editing.
And if it gets no views, I'm right back to not. So we'll see what happens there.
That's fair.
So
That's
yeah,
fair.
and that's about it, I think. And True Detective and shit on Patreon as well, because I'm loving that shit.
There you go. And y'all know where to find me right up top on all social media. Go hit that follow. Excuse me. I'm about to start being a lot more active again on my TikToks and Insta. So more skits and dumb shit coming up because I miss it. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah. So we appreciate you stopping on by. If you like what you saw here, anything you feel like we missed, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Really helps the show reach a lot more people, and hit that notification bell to be reminded when new episodes drop and more. And if you just like seeing our faces, we appreciate you. You're so stupid. It's your boy Knights.
And I'm Logan.
And as always, we'll catch y'all in the cave. Peace.
Later, guys. Things just got out of hand.